Good morning, friends. It is Wednesday, car vlog day. I'm sorry for the bouncing. These roads are really bumpy, and I'm trying out my new car mount, and I already don't like it. Like, it acts like my phone is too heavy for it, which I specifically bought one that stated it could hold this mount, so I might have to play with it a little bit more. So happy Wednesday. Hope you're all having a good week. I am going to do my weigh-in video today, along with an update on all my blood work that I got last week. So I've actually had a really good couple of weeks. I will tell you, I lost weight this week. Not as much as I had hoped. However, between the stresses of moving and not having time to exercise and all the jazz that goes with that, I will take any loss I can get. And this is my third loss in a row, which makes me super happy because, as you all know, it has been a rough couple of months, and for a while there, no matter what I was doing, I was just gaining weight. So I'm happy to be losing weight. So actually, I say third loss in a row. Last week I was the same as I was the week before. However, no gains. This makes my third loss, so my fourth week in a row that I haven't gone up. So last week I was at 183 on the dot, which is my lowest documented Weight Watchers weight. Today, of course, it's been 10 days since I weighed in, because today is the first Wednesday that I will be weighing in. And I weighed in at 182, so I lost a whole pound. So I'm super excited about that. I will take any loss, big or small, as long as I am not gaining. And sorry, hold on. Truth be told, if I gain, I gain. I'm doing the best I can. I cannot wait. Hopefully next week. We're still dealing with a lot of the medical emergency situation from my husband's work. So he has been working a lot of extra hours the last couple of weeks. He is only home one day. He's getting 2 days this week, but he is taking Sunday off because we are having a big double birthday party for our kids on Sunday. My son turned 4 yesterday, and my daughter turns 2 on Friday. So we're having a big double birthday party on Sunday. But during the week, he's only been having 1 day off. So it's been hard, and he's been leaving earlier in the morning than we're used to. So I have not had any time to walk, which really sucks. But hopefully next week we'll be back to as close to normal as we can get. So down 1 pound from last week. Super excited about that. It's actually, I weighed in on Sunday, even though I didn't document it because I was changing my weigh-in day, but I was curious, and I was at 182 on Sunday. So I haven't lost anything since Sunday, but I'm not surprised. Not in a bad way. I haven't fallen off or anything like that. I'm just not surprised. I usually pretty much consistently maintain during the first part of a week until towards the end of my week. So anyways, yesterday I got a call from my doctor, and they were getting ready to put all my blood work results in the mail, and he didn't want me to get them and think that there was something wrong. I don't know the exact numbers of anything, and I don't know. He said that my cholesterol was great, that my kidneys and liver are both functioning perfect. He was amazed at how good those numbers were. he said that I am a very healthy person, that all of my numbers have gone way down, and he was very impressed. There was nothing there to stress about. He said there was nothing to stress about anywhere, but I had asked my doctor to check my thyroid, and he told me, he felt kind of silly, because he told me in the office unequivocally that he did not think there was anything wrong with my thyroid. Of course, in my head, I'm thinking, if anything, it would be, is it the hypothyroidism, which makes your thyroid slow your body down? He said my thyroid was actually elevated a little bit into the hyperthyroid. He said it is not elevated enough to worry about. He said most of the time with the numbers that he saw, I don't know what the numbers were, but he said with the numbers that he saw, it was only slightly elevated off normal. And he said this could be caused by several things. He said my body could have been fighting an infection, like if I've had a cold recently, which I haven't. He said it could be due to stress, which I think is what it is, because I just moved, and I mean, it was a really stressful time. And he said that he does not even want to he said if we rechecked it in a month, he's almost positive that it would be back right where it needs to be, right to normal. But he said unless I start not feeling well, he doesn't even intend to recheck it now. He said we'll do it next year at my physical for next year. He said that the things that I need to watch for, I guess, major signs, I do, and this makes a lot of sense. I do notice in higher stress times, for myself at least, I lose a lot of my hair. And he said that that's very normal. That's a sign. He said, if I start feeling really anxious, very jittery, which I have restless leg syndrome, and I've always been a person with anxiety, I think it's probably due to my thyroid. I think not ever having my thyroid checked, we've always just treated it as anxiety, but I think in just high stress times, my thyroid gets inflamed and it causes those high stress thyroid induced symptoms. Sorry, I was having a brain cramp. So he said unless I started not feeling good, he said if I start not sleeping well, or I feel really anxious all the time, or really jittery, or anything like that, then not to worry, and that he's almost positive that my numbers will return to zero. So there's nothing wrong with my thyroid. I'm gonna stick to what he and I talked about last week, about my body needing a break, to continue on my healthy path, doing the best that I can in every situation, and not get too stressed out about not losing significant amounts of weight. I only have 22 pounds now to go to get to my goal, and I'm not in any hurry. It'll get there when it gets there, and I'm just going to continue to be healthy. I'm going to continue to eat as many whole foods for me and my family, less sugar, less carbs. I'm just going to keep going. So far, I seem to be coming out of that little bit of plateau that I've been on for a while. And I think when the doctor and I talked last week, he was saying, if I gave myself 6 months to kind of hold on to that plateau, and then I increased my activity just a little bit, I might start to see some pretty good results. Well, it's already been, I've been on this plateau for three and a half months, but I also haven't been putting in any structured activity in the last 2 or 3 weeks. So I'm hoping maybe next week, by just going back to the structured activity that I'm used to, running, jogging, walking 3 or 4 miles 4 or 5 times a week, and maybe a workout video once or twice a week. I'm hoping by returning to that, it'll be the push that my body needed to get back on track, which I'm hoping will happen. But we'll see. So I have to say, I've been reading a few articles, and my grandmother actually brought one to my attention this week. And I have to say that one area I have been slacking, and by slacking I mean I'm not putting 130 ounces of water into my body every day. I drink water throughout the day because I don't drink anything else, but I'm probably only putting 60 to 80 ounces of water in me a day, which I think is fine. She brought this article to me the other day. I can't remember what magazine it was in, but First magazine or something like that, about how, and of course you never know what's true. This magazine says this thing, this doctor says this thing, whatever. But it kind of made sense. But there was this article anyways about how people who drink a large amount of water, not daily, but before and during meals, which is something I've always done. I always try to get a big dose of water in before a meal to kind of start my acids working and to fill my tummy up a little bit so that it kind of triggers that, it starts that trigger for the full sensation, because it takes so long for your stomach to tell your brain that it's full, that I like to start it with a glass of water so that it gets kind of a head start, so that my brain is telling me I'm full before I get uncomfortably full. But this article was talking about how people who do this, and I'm not talking about like an 8-ounce glass of water or something like that, but like a large dose of water before meals. The doctor said that you are diluting the acids in your stomach too much, whereas they aren't strong enough to break the food down the way that your food needs to be broken down, because the acid is so diluted from all of the water that of course the food still gets broken down. It just doesn't get broken down enough so that the nutrients go where they need to go and the waste goes where the waste needs to go. It's just too much, too fast. Your belly's already so full of liquid, and however it works. Anyways, so that's something to think about at least. I'm not saying that I drink a gallon of water before each meal, but I've definitely cut back on the water. I think even, like Plant Nanny was telling me I needed like 129 ounces. And then the other app that I have on my phone, which I have deleted Plant Nanny because the last few weeks it's been so hard to document my water that it kept killing plants, and it kept making me really sad, which is a ridiculous thing to even come out of my mouth. But it made me really sad to kill all the plants. So I've deleted Plant Nanny. And the other app, the original app that I had on my phone to tell me how much water to drink, only says that I need like 91 ounces of water, and the weights are the same. And I guess the only difference with Plant Nanny was Plant Nanny gave you the option of how much activity you get in the day and stuff. So I'm just trying to get as much water in as I can, and I'm not stressing about it so much. For a while there, I was being forced to drink like 30 or 40 ounces of water before I went to bed at night because I hadn't met my goal for the day. And then I was awake all night going to the bathroom. I wasn't sleeping well, and in the morning, because I'd been up all night, I was starving. Vicious cycle, kind of stupid. So now I have water with my meals. I keep a water bottle always full and ready to drink. And I just drink water when I'm thirsty. I'm not forcing myself to have an obscene amount of water. I'm not forcing myself to gulp and down water to keep a plant alive. I'm just drinking water to live, and that's okay with me. This whole move and this whole process and the meeting with my doctor last week has kind of set me in a better mind frame, whereas I'm living a healthy lifestyle, I'm exercising, I'm eating correctly with a few minor binges here. I take that back, no binges, but like a treat here and there. Yesterday was my son's birthday. I had a mini cupcake. I tracked it. I moved on. I took my kids to a local ice cream shop yesterday, it's like a snack bar, like a drive-in snack bar. It smelled so good in there, like greasy, fried. And it's a place I've been going to since I was born. So like the nostalgia that it brought me back to was kind of crazy. Both my kids got ice cream because that's what my son wanted to do for his birthday. We didn't do anything major because we are having a big party on Sunday. But I wanted to do something just for him to remember that yesterday was his birthday and to celebrate it independently from his sister. So we went for ice cream. The kids both got ice cream. I had 2 bites of my daughter's, just vanilla soft serve. I had 2 bites. And I got a diet soda, which I know diet soda isn't great for you. I don't drink them very often. Maybe once every 2 or 3 weeks I have a diet soda. But it was the better of the evils, because what I really wanted was to go inside and order an order of onion rings, which I didn't. And I had 2 bites of ice cream. I counted it as 1 point. And I had my diet soda, and I let the kids, they have picnic tables and stuff outside. The kids ran around and played outside and had their ice cream. And we came home, and my 4-year-old requested hot dogs in a bun, because that's how big boys eat them, in a bun with mustard. I didn't even know he liked mustard. He wanted macaroni and cheese and green beans. He ate the whole hot dog and the bun and the mustard. He ate all of the macaroni and cheese and had 2 helpings of green beans. I cooked, my husband and I, chicken. My husband wasn't home, but he wouldn't have wanted to eat a cold hot dog when he got home. So I made chicken, and I had a salad and the green beans. And somehow, because I only had taco soup yesterday for lunch, I had like 15 points left after I tracked my dinner. So I did have a half a cup of, not even a half a cup, a third of a cup of the macaroni and cheese. I bought like the Kraft Deluxe. It smelled good. I had the points, so I had a third of a cup of that for 3 points and called it. And then I had the mini muffin for 5, and I think I ended my day with something like 6 or 7 points left over that I didn't use. It was a good day. I ate what I wanted. I didn't overindulge. And before I let you guys go, I have to tell you about this taco soup. I did Monday, I made it. And I made a what I ate video, and I deleted it because Monday was a Monday, y'all. The first clip in my video on Monday was right side up. The second clip was sideways, and the third clip was upside down. I couldn't fix it, so I just deleted the whole video. But also, because it was Monday, I made taco soup. I thought, oh yeah, I always have tons of beans and this and that. I have everything I need to make taco soup. That was a big no. I got the meat all browned, and the taco seasoning and the ranch, not the taco seasoning and the tomatoes into the meat. And if I hadn't have put the tomatoes in, I would have just kept it as taco meat and had it for the week. But I'd already added the tomatoes in. I only had 1 can of black beans and frozen corn. So I took some of the hamburger meat out, and just left that on the side for the rest of the week. And I just ate it on a salad yesterday for lunch. So I used 3/4 of a pound of taco meat, of the 96% lean ground beef. Then I added the 1 can of black beans, the tomatoes, the taco seasoning, and the ranch. I used half a package of ranch. And I used like 3/4 of a cup of frozen corn. So of course there was no liquid. So I did add about 2 cups of chicken stock and just let it simmer. And I can't wait to make it the real way, because the modified version that I made was fantastic. It was so yummy that I've eaten it every day for lunch since Monday. And it's really, really good. So I'm going to buy all of the things to make a big pot of it, maybe tomorrow. And I'm just going to freeze most of it in like individual baggies so that I have it. It's really good. And I'm at my first store, so I might check back in later. I actually think I'm going to leave here. I really would like a coffee to take with me to the grocery store, so good thing it's just up the road. But I'm going to go get a cup of coffee and go and do my grocery shopping, and I will check back in with you. I'll talk to you guys later. Bye. Hi guys. So I left this morning about 10:15, and it is now 1:15. I just barely got out of the grocery store. Oh my goodness. We are I don't remember if I told you this or not this morning, but we are having a big double birthday party this weekend. Just barbecue, burgers, fries, maybe a pasta salad, and maybe a potato salad, just chips and dip, food for kids. I am foregoing the cake. Last year we spent like $40 on a cake, and only half of it got eaten. And then after a day or so, I didn't want my kids to eat cake every day. I don't allow my kids a lot of sweets. Plus, I had just started Weight Watchers, and I did not want to stare at that cake. So we ended up throwing a good 1/3 of the cake away. Not that my kids don't love cake, but one teeny tiny little piece for last year they were 1 in 3. It's just a lot of money for a cake. And then I thought, oh, well, I'll just make cupcakes. And it's too hot to bake 2 or 3 dozen cupcakes, cool them, frost them, store them. It's too much. So a friend of mine had said something to me about their child's birthday is in the summertime too. So we are going to do an ice cream sundae bar instead. So I literally have like 15 boxes of candy in this car right now. And I bought a bunch of waffle cones and ice cream. And we're just gonna let the kids put their own toppings on them. They can eat them outside. They can eat the whole thing. No muss, no fuss, no work for me. It's easier to keep ice cream that is left over than cake that is left over. We have plenty of freezer space. So that's kind of what we're doing. So I had to buy all the groceries for the party, and bottled water and drinks and stuff to make everything. And I had to go to the Dollar Tree, which is right next door, and buy like plastic cutlery and things like that. So now it is 1:18, and I had 1 piece of toast with 1 point worth of avocado, 1 egg, and a banana for breakfast. This is as much of my coffee. It's still like 3/4 full. So I haven't had any of that either. I'm starving. I'm fighting the temptation right now to go to Wendy's and get a burger because I'm starving. So I am putting my blinker on right now, and I'm going to go to Subway. I'm going to go in and order a sub. I will probably get chips too. I have plenty of points. I think I only used 5 points for breakfast, and I already have dinner tracked as only like 6 points. We're just having chicken and grilled chicken and veggies. So I'm gonna go get a sub because otherwise I'm going to end up at Wendy's eating a double cheeseburger and fries and soda, which I don't need. So I'm gonna run in here, turning my blinker on right now. You hear it here. And I'm gonna go get a 6-inch, some kind of sub. So, making smart choices, people. I'm trying really hard. Some days like this, it is easier to think about than to actually do. So, normally we would live 5 minutes away. I would finish my shopping and go home. But I still have 2 more stops to make and a 25 to 30 minute drive home. So I'm gonna go in and get something to eat and I'll check back in later. Bye guys. Okay, so lunch. I got the 6-inch rotisserie chicken style sandwich with 1 whole piece of Swiss cheese and dry and veggies. So when I look it up on I got the baked scoops, which are 4. I got a diet soda, which is 0. When I look up that sub on the tracker, it says a 6-inch rotisserie chicken sandwich, low fat, is 9 points. So I'm gonna add 2 points for the cheese. It's just 1 piece cut in half. So 11 points for the sandwich, 4 for the chips, 15 points for lunch. And then I just got veggies. Spinach, onions, cucumbers, pickles, salt and pepper. So 15 points for lunch. And I'm gonna eat and finish my errands, so I can go home and see my husband for a little while. Talk to you later, guys. Hi guys, so that lunch was delicious. I have to tell you, that's probably the first time in 2 years I've eaten Subway. It's never been something that's been able to satisfy me before, and I don't know why that is. It just always seemed like I would eat there and that it was expensive and then I would get home and I would still be hungry. But I think over the last year, changing my eating habits, my stomach getting smaller and only being able to hold so much food, I'm very happy that I did not go and get a burger and fries. I am full, I am satisfied, but I don't feel sick, which I know I would have been if I had gone and gotten the burger and fries. So I'm proud of myself for making that choice. This is the first week, really, because last week was just a doctor's appointment and a quick run into the store. But today was my first test at being up here where there are more options than there are in our little town, and being up here for pretty much all day, a good chunk of the day, and making good choices, because as I'm learning now is on my window. But yeah, so things on this end are good. I am down another pound, which is awesome. The scale is finally moving in my favor. I can't wait to get all my blood work results in paper in the mail so that I can start looking them up and figuring out what they're supposed to be. I don't know what your cholesterol is supposed to be. I don't know what your sugar is. I don't know any of that, but I'm eager to see it all laid out in front of me, to see. He told me that he was going to include last time's lab work so that I can see the difference in the two. So that's kind of exciting. I am here. I am healthy. I am making great choices for myself and for the future of our family, which makes me happy. And the weight loss is just a great bonus to being healthy and knowing, at least in the medical part, that I will be here for a while with my kids and my husband. That is so important to me, and that's where all of this journey started, was that I need to be healthy so that I can be here for my kids. And at least today, that is true. I am healthy. I am healthier than I was a year ago. I'm healthier than I was a month ago. Every day that I make good choices and good decisions for myself is another day that I get to snuggle my babies and love my husband and be on this earth. And that is more important to me than any number on the scale ever could be. So I'm happy with how things are going. I am ecstatic that I was down a pound, and I feel like this Wednesday weigh-in is going to be a good step for me. So yeah, that's it. I hope you all have a fabulous rest of the day and a fabulous rest of the week. Please be kind to yourself. Remember why you're doing this journey in the first place. While I was eating my Subway, I was watching Jessie from Jaywhackers. I was watching her weigh-in video, and I know, spoiler alert if you guys haven't seen it yet, she was up 0.6, and I think, if I remember right, this was her first gain since she started Weight Watchers. But she is up, she is down 20 pounds in 9 weeks. She is kicking major booty, and she really made me think about the overall picture. Weight Watchers is a lifestyle. It is not a fad diet. It is not one of those get skinny quick. It is about being healthy and active and having a better life. And for most of us, it is something that we will probably take with us the rest of our lives. In one way or another, I am sure, at least for me, and I know several of my other YouTube friends have said the same thing, that they will have to track for the rest of their life. And that's okay. But this is a journey, and it's not always going to be perfect. It's not always going to be magical and fairies and weight loss every week. Life happens. Life just happens. Eating out happens. Eating on the go. Being busy. Not having the best choices available to you. Sometimes not having any choices available to you. Sometimes what's put in front of you is what you have to eat. I know Tammy from The Wait Is Over 41 just said that. You know, they just went to New York City and did a bus trip, and sometimes their food was included, and you just do it because that is what is available to you. You cannot be 100% in control all the time unless you stay in your home and you never go anywhere. Life happens. And sometimes you have to just remember that and be kind to yourself and know that the next meal or the next day or the next week is always a chance for better choices, for better decisions, for healthier options. None of us put on the weight that we have to lose in one meal, or even 1 week, or 1 month. It is years and years of life. So 1 meal, or 1 week, or even 1 month off plan, or even partially on plan, isn't going to take you back to where you were. It is a journey. It is a moving forward process. And sometimes there will be stumbles. Sometimes there will be a step back before there is a step forward. And the most important thing that we can remember is why we are doing this, mainly for ourselves first. I'm doing this for my kids, but I'm doing it for me first. So the next meal, the next snack, the next day, all a time to make new and better choices. So I'm going to leave you guys with that. I am almost home. I hope you all have a great rest of the week and a great weekend. And I'm sorry that this video is so long. Get used to it, because it is so nice to just take you along and chit chat and have somebody to spend my day with. And I will talk to you guys maybe tomorrow. Maybe tomorrow I might put together a grocery haul video, like minus all the party food and stuff. I won't be able to do it today, but I can probably get everything back out tomorrow. If not, I will definitely try to do a what I ate video tomorrow. And I'll see you guys later.